Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that told me this truth, that will well. Shalom to the elect, scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kwadash Payah. And before I play this video, a short scene, I'm going to bring out the scripture real quick. Going into the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 12, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? And that's referring to these elites that's ruling right now, right? Like, behind the scenes, these so-called royal banking families, right? They're considered as, so-called light bearers. That's why they call themselves the illuminated ones, Illuminati, right? So that's what that means, Lucifer, light bearers, son of the morning. And they're going to be cut down to the ground. Their kingdom is going to be destroyed real soon when Yahweh Shai comes back, right? And they did weaken the nations through their policies, their treaties, sanctions, their philosophies, things of that nature, their military, right? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what they're saying. The pride of them is deceiving them, right? These elites, Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the Oppenheimers, DuPonts, again, so on and so forth. They want to be like the Most High, do away with their technology, sitting above the heights of the clouds, with their satellites, airplanes, Space Force X or whatever, right? And that's, they pride themselves even with the image of the eagle. The eagle flies the highest or whatever. But the Lord's going to bring this place down. But the point is, they want to be like the Most High. And how? Like I said, through a way of their technology. Things that's, what they're saying is advancing from, to the fourth industrial revolution. From machines to nanotechnology. To when it comes down to where they want it inserted in people. Right? So with that being stated, I'm going to play this real quick.
This is what it looks like.
I wanted to ask when you all think we're going to move from this form factor to something that's on your face, glasses, and when computing's all on the edge.
All right, 50 seconds. Who wants to answer quickly?
I think it will go. It will. First of all, it will definitely happen. I was talking about 6G earlier, which is around 2030. I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual kind of the most common interface. Wow. Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
The U.S. government's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency developed what they call Next Generation Non-Surgical Neurotechnology. It's designed to allow the human brain to directly interface with machines.
Know that DARPA is exploring human-machine interfaces that include direct connections between the brain and outside systems.
We could have a sensor maybe on the surface of our head, or maybe implanted somewhere in our body, in our brain, or something that allows us to interact directly with our communications gear, our processing gear, our weapon systems, and so on. You put this sensor on and you think the right way, and you can increase the speed of the fan by thinking and controlling that thought. with direct-to-mind or mind-machine interfacing.
But there are those who believe that this same technology could also be used by DARPA as a new form of mind control. Like their counterparts at the CIA, DARPA-funded researchers have spent decades investigating how the human mind can be altered. Project Pandora, which studied the possibility of using microwave radiation to control human behavior. But DARPA's investigation of how machines can affect and possibly control the brain continues to this day.
There are explicit programs of DARPA to read and write to human brains.
We can send instructions and information to an actual person distance with this kind of technology to let another person control their actions.
DARPA may possess the technology to remotely control the human mind. A more permanent kind of mind control technology is looming. And it involves modifying the human brain by altering the human body.
And you put these pieces together that can be injected.
What we've designed, and we've done this very, very quiet.
And you see what they're using, syringes, to insert it in people, and they're making it seem convenient in a sense. It'll help paraplegics or blind people or deaf people, or it'll be convenient to do certain things, right? Because that's ultimately what they want, full control. You could lose your phone. Paper money's tangible, it's untrackable. And like that, they can monitor, what you spending, how you spending, where you spending, buying and selling. Is going to be used for traveling. That's why buses and trains and transportation systems are developing this type of technology, right? For that new currency that's coming real soon. Because that's, that image, this is the image of the beast, which is leading to the mark, right? And that's going to be mandated real soon. Salak, forgive me. Right? And so this is in the works. And there's places like Sweden, which is almost 80% people that has that. People actually have it now. So it's not made up. It's not a thing of if, but when. Okay? Let's go to... Go to Revelation 14 real quick. Right? Because people, when things collapse financially, that's going to be that idol. Every generation you had that, that we was in captivity under, the different kingdoms that we was in captivity under, right? I mean, we, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, the king always brought out an idol to worship, and this is that final idol that they're going to make people bow to, which is the MOTB, right? That digital device. When people's backs is against the corner, they can't eat, they can't travel, they can't get medical treatment, they can't pay rent, put gas in their car. When the scriptures speak about us being we're going to be as pilgrims real soon. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand, or in his hand, right? The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which is righteous judgment, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that's coming. That's going to be
But we're glad to.
the judgment to those that receive this and worship it. All right, rather than having faith in the one that's coming. You know, the Holy One of Israel. But with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one.